goes back. Around the corner from Brown. Down to Betts. So constructive, Betts. Walker protects the ball. It was a good kick and it was a good mark. Gee, that's a good kick. Mackie held up, and then Henderson under pressure, and Walker to have a kick from the bottom. He's so skillful, you'd think he's at least 50% chance from here. What a kick. He's kicked 2 goals in the last quarter.
Hardigan. That was a fairly uncalled for dagger to my heart. Crouch. Texan. Jenkins. Who's got 3 and he's going to line up for 4 and he sends a high one. Rick Jenkins got 4.
It's been 19 long years, but Adelaide are in the grand final.
Fist the ball hard. Martin there. It stayed in. Dusty squares the ball up. Butler and rebound. He got not a huge contribution tonight. Hasn't kicked a goal. This to the punt road end of the ground. It's Tiger time.
Front centre, Lambert. Davis did really well. Hopper slides in. He's copped it up to Cochin. Back to Caddy. Caddy to Brandon Ellis. He's pushed down from defence. Little strange toe poker. Butler can pick it up. Butler can get him into a grand final. They are going to a grand final. The Tigers.
Team 82. Rioli, what an impact he's had. We'll go home to the coach's house tonight. A very, very happy man. Butler, the wait is over. The Tigers, yes, the Tigers are into the grand final.
Well, I can't believe this. 35-year wait for the Richmond Football Club to play in a grand final. It's over, Darcy. It's just an unbelievable feeling. I can't believe it. 75,000 members and 100,000 here today. The Tigers are in the grand final! Can you believe it? I can't! But they are!
G'day and welcome to AFL Legends Unite. I'm Daryl Atkinson and we're just hours away from the big dance between Adelaide Crows and Richmond Football Club. Didn't get my predictions right whatsoever. Richmond have been outstanding, so has Adelaide. Particularly Adelaide all year, they have absolutely been dominant. Just not at the MCG, ironically, where the grand final is going to be played. But this is finals and they're up against a team that hasn't really performed too well on the big stage in previous years, but this year they've definitely shown a lot of fight and a lot of grit, especially their dominant display against the GWS Giants. Now this is interesting because I think earlier the year before the season started I tipped Western Bulldogs and Giants game. Dogs didn't even make finals. They're actually there's a lot of problems happening with the Western Bulldogs right now, especially with unity. And yeah, and the Giants choked in another prelim, but again they do have a few injuries, and so you know it wasn't too surprising. There's a lot of questions regarding a few of their players and where they're going to be next year. So you know, definitely going to look into their list a bit more closely. So yeah, I can't believe the year's already over. It's just flown by so quickly. It's incredible, you know. And blink of the eye, it's going to be cricket season again, and New Year's, and it's just incredible. But let's focus on tomorrow's game. And yeah, it's going to be an absolute beauty. Possible showers. I hope it does rain. If it's wet and soggy out there, then it's unlikely to be a thrashing. Which is well, kind of hoping, because this final series hasn't been too entertaining. It's been a lot of big margins. I think there was only one close game, which was thrilling, and that was obviously Port Adelaide and West Coast in the elimination final. That was definitely the game of the year. But yeah, I can really go through all the facts and just go through them one by one, but honestly, this is the grand final, you know. Facts are practically useless. This is the big dance. Both sides are going to be absolutely crapping themselves. The fact that both sides actually have no experienced players into a grand final is actually astonishing. I don't even remember. When was the last time that happened? Like 2005? Like, you know, and I think it was actually... another interesting fact, I think this was the first side since 1944. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is the first side since 1944 where the lineup hasn't changed. So that's pretty astonishing. If I remember looking up 1944, I believe the Fitzroy Lions, that was their last premiership. So you know, it's definitely gonna be interesting. You know, it's just good to finally have two sides who are got, you know, decent premiership droughts. You know, instead of having the same old teams, you know, on the big dance. We had the Western Bulldogs who ended their drought last year. Obviously, that was very famous. And now we got Adelaide and Richmond. This is just a huge ball game. This competition's really opened up. It's fantastic to see. It's anybody's game next year, anybody's day next year, you know. It's just so unpredictable. The lists are always changing dramatically. Teams are going up and down on the ladder. It's just so unpredictable. I feel sorry for all those punters too, you know. There's a lot of money that's been lost throughout the final series, in particular. I remember, I think it was, I also remember because I'm a Carlton supporter, obviously, but GWS and Carlton game, 3/4 time we're leading, and a punter put 25 grand for GWS to win. Oh, he would have been fuming after the game, because we won it, it was a thrilling game. I think we won by points, so, you know, it's just been that sort of a year in the final series has been absolutely disappointing. It just hasn't been consistent. It hasn't been entertaining. It hasn't been close. It hasn't really represented the year that has been, and I find it very disappointing. But hopefully this grand final is going to be hopefully the greatest grand final ever. I hope it can top that draw between Collingwood and St Kilda. But yes, we'll go straight through to the lineups. As I said, they're unchanged. So we got Laird, Hartigan, Lever, Seedsman, Talia and Brown in the defensive side for the LA Crows. In the centre they got McKay, Sloan, Atkins, Cameron, Jenkins, Betts. Mackie, Sloan, Atkins, not them. It's Jacobs, Crouch and both the Crouch brothers. That are in the centre. And we got half forward in Cameron, Jenkins, Betts, forwards Lynch, Walker and Douglas. Sorry about this, I'm absolutely flat out exhausted. I've been trying to get my computer to work, I was doing the intro videos, you guys saw that, I hope you liked it. It's just a simple 3-minute 58 video, but there's something wrong with my computer, and it took 6 hours to export. 6 hours. It's incredible. So it's 12:44 in the bloody morning. I'm absolutely flat out exhausted. I've got I'm scanning the entire computer to figure out what the problem is, and it's scanned over 1,200 it's 1.2 million. Sorry, 1.2 million files have already been scanned, and it's still going. It's been going for almost, look at that, almost 7 hours. I'll even look at that. So as you guys see there, almost 7 hours. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But anyway, far out. Anyway, straight to the Richmond Tigers lineup, and in defence we've got Ellis, Rance, Grimes, Hooley, Asbury, and Vlosten make up the half-back. Centre in McIntosh, Cochin and Townsend. Nankovic, Prestia and Greig make up the followers. Half forward in Lambert, Martin, Caddy. Forwards in Butler, Rewalt and Rioli. Emergencies in Edwards, Graham, Broad and Castagna. Oh, sorry, interchanges. Interchanges for the Adelaide Crows is Knight, Kelly, Greenwood and Otten. We go straight to the Adelaide Crows emergencies in Malera, Keith, O'Brien, and for Richmond Football Club we got Hampson, Alice and Short. There's actually 4 ex-Carlton boys that'll be in the grand final. So there's a lot. I did say something on the Carlton's fan and support group. I was referring to, I was like, oh, it's amazing how far Richmond's come. It really shows, it really opens your eyes to Carlton and what's happened to them. And I was referring to I think it was 9 Carlton players that played throughout the final series, ex-Carlton boys. And yeah, I was referring to that, and honestly, I've never received vile abuse like that in my entire life. Like I got a lot of disappointing comments and a lot of insults from fellow Carlton supporters, and it goes to really show you how salty fellow Carlton supporters are. Honestly, Collingwood supporters are way more nicer than a Carlton supporter. Carlton supporters fellow Carlton supporters are just filthy, and it's really disappointing to see. You know, I just simply made a comment regarding what's happened to Carlton, where we've come and where we've ended up, and we've ended up back at where we started in 2002. And I was like, just referring to that, and yeah, a lot of Carlton supporters really quite and it's not all, but there are a lot of Carlton supporters that are quite dirty, quite filthy, and you don't really want to talk to them, and unfortunately that's just how it is at the moment with the supportive group. Sorry, I know I sound absolutely exhausted. I am. I haven't. I need to get some sleep because I need to get ready. I will be at the AFL live site just outside the MCG throughout the match. So feel free to come and approach and have a nice chat. I'm definitely a friendly bloke. So yeah, no, I'll definitely appreciate that. But as for a tip of this game, I'm gonna get a coin. I'm gonna flip it. Heads, Richmond. Tails, Adelaide. Heads, I'm going for Richmond. That's what sort of game I'm expecting today. It's a flip of a coin game. But I will go Richmond. I'm going for. I generally go for the team with the longest premiership drought. Because I hate droughts. I absolutely hate droughts. I just want them all gone. Especially Melbourne and St Kilda, because you know, I just try to put myself into those supporters' shoes, and I could just imagine the pain they're going through and the anguish of just trying to win a flag. And they've had so many opportunities since their last premierships. For St Kilda, their only premiership, you know, they've had so many opportunities, and they unfortunately haven't lived up to expectations on the big stage. But you know, hopefully soon they're on the rise. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with them. But yes, I am going for Richmond. I'm also expecting guys to have a review video, hopefully, providing my computer Hopefully my computer doesn't screw up, because I'm not sure if it's the hard drive itself that's damaged or what's going on, but it's just, yeah, it's just been, the CPU is just not handling things too well. Still can't believe it took me 5-6 hours just to export a simple 4-minute video. So that's how long. I think it was like, yeah, it's about 4 minutes, the intro video. But anyway, guys, I'm just gonna cut it short because I'm absolutely flat out exhausted. But yes, thank you guys for supporting my page. I definitely appreciate it. And yeah, no, it's been an incredible year, and hopefully I can do the review video before I get back to work again, before work starts up for the week or two holidays. So it'll be nice. But yes, that's it from me here at AFL Legends Unite, guys. Good luck to both sides. It's absolutely, you know, you wouldn't believe it. It's particularly Richmond. I mean, I'm absolutely stunned by where Richmond has come from last year to where they are now. Like, if I went and, you know, back in time and told people, oh, it's an Adelaide Crows and Richmond game, they might believe it. Adelaide's there, but, you know, you say Richmond's there and they'll probably laugh at you and think you're an absolute idiot. But yeah, it's going to be an absolute fantastic game. Well, that's what I'm hoping for. But yeah, again, good luck to both sides. Guys, I hope you guys take care, stay safe, and yeah, I shall see you hopefully in the next video.